Welcome to the John Show with your hosts, John Doogie Clouser.
All right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We're here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Clouser. When I first started out, that was a little hot, oh man, hello. I am so loud right now in this microphone. Okay, so what's up, guys? So there's something I've been leaning to learn is I always like to eat the mic because I like the mic to have I like it to be really close to me. But if I do it like that, then I need to talk a little bit softer. So maybe that's the thing. If I want to have the microphone close to my mouth, you don't need to talk as loud. That's the thing, John. So I hope you guys are doing well. This is episode 160. When I first started, when I was about to start this podcast, I was like, wait, hold on, what episode is this? I knew it was one something, but I was like, it can't be 160 because I had just done an episode 60 with Aaron, with our podcast, Aaron and John Show. Aaron was in town, and this is it's the third time he's been back in town, and the first time we've been able to actually link up and do a podcast together. So if you haven't checked out that episode yet, you should definitely check that out after this one. It's probably the episode that's going to show up before this one on the whole list of my catalog of podcasts, or you can just go directly and check the Aaron and John Show, and it's going to be right there. But like I said, I hope you guys are doing well. My voice, if you can't tell, it's there and it's not. It has umph to it, and it's still very loud and very annoying, but it does. My voice starts going deep, and so the thing is, I have to talk a lot deeper. If I talk more like this down here, then it makes it a little bit easier, because what I do is I kind of I lift my vocal cords up. It's weird. So I kind of push down. I push my tongue to the bottom of my mouth. And so when I do that, it makes it a little bit easier, and it doesn't hurt my throat to talk. So you know what's so funny is that this battery was at full, and now it's at half. And watch, I guarantee you this battery is going to burn out here pretty soon. So that's great. That's awesome. And then it's so funny because I always have a bunch of batteries, and everyone I check, it's normally they shoot right to green. Not today though. Today's off. Just the whole today in general it's been weird. So it's my Sunday, but I woke up and I stretched, and when I stretched, I pulled my back. Only I can do something like that. Only me. I don't know what it has been. So I've been rolling a lot more, and I've been just doing a lot more back exercise. It's so funny because I have to stretch, but if I overstretch in a period of time, in the period that I'm stretching in, I can almost I can pull my back out doing that as well. So there's a happy medium where I can't roll for too long and then stretch my back, as well as just not do anything. So it's rough. It's real rough. But yeah, so we're here. We're doing well. It's right now it's 5:30 in the afternoon. Hope you guys are all doing well with the daylight savings, with the spring forward. God, last week was awful. This whole week, I feel like the whole week has been off, because your whole body has to adjust. It has to move and shake all that bullshit off from the thing. And it's so silly. There's really no need. And isn't there? There's a bunch of states that are going. That are what are they doing? They're It's so funny. You would think that something like this would be a mandatory thing, or it wouldn't be a mandatory thing. From the start, Hawaii, that makes sense though. Hawaii's so far out there, and there's no need for it to have a daylight savings, because it's not affecting anything. And then then there's states like Arizona. Why does Arizona not do daylight savings? You know what? Let's Google this. Why doesn't Arizona do daylight savings? Let's see here. Let's what it is. But Arizona, by asking for and was eventually granted the. Okay, so Arizona Republic additional from 1969. The reason the state. The state's extreme heat. If Arizona were to observe daylight savings time, the sun would stay out until 9 p.m. During the summer instead of 8 p.m. like it does currently. Oh, that actually makes so much sense. Why? But it's only an hour. So, I mean, does that really affect anything? Like, it's like an hour. It's not like it's a full like 8 hours or a full like, at 12 hours. Like I can understand like but because like Alaska, think about Alaska. Think about how if Alaska was super hot and it was just sunny, like for how sunny can be like 20 hours in the day, something like that, 19 hours during the day. That'd be crazy. And then expect like the heat. But that's interesting that it has to do with the heat. Reasoning is just simply hot climate. Yeah, is the largest considered unnecessary. The adjustment against that's so interesting to me. That blows my mind. That's the reasoning why that is. Oh, fuck yeah! St. Patrick's Day. Do you guys do St. Patrick's Day? Are you guys Irish? Do you guys pinch somebody because they weren't wearing green? St. Patrick's Day, was it because St. Patrick, the reasoning behind St. Patrick's Day? I know it was because like St. Patrick's, he drove out all the snakes, but I was thinking, I'm like, isn't Ireland an island? And I'm not saying snakes can't travel, they can't swim, but it is very interesting that Ireland has no snakes. It is very interesting. It's not absurd. I mean, but let's see. Okay, why do we celebrate St. Patrick's Day? Perfect. First things up. It's like my phone's listening to me. The day commemorates St. Patrick's and the arrival of Christianity to Ireland and the expansion and celebration of heritage and culture of the Irish tradition. But the thing is it mostly just, then why do we get drunk? So is that really part? It's so funny that we can't do that for any. We had it. We had the our skins for that football team, and we had the Cleveland. They were the Indians. And it's so funny because I'm wearing. I literally have a Native American guy on my shirt. I'll explain it to you in a second. And now, but the funny thing is, like, we had all those things, and then like we don't do like anything with like Jewish people. We don't do like we have like the Negro Baseball League, but we don't call a team the like Negroes, or we don't call them like anything like that. But the Irish, like the Fighting Irish, like literally like one of the biggest staples in the United States is Notre Dame. And they're called the Fighting Irish, and it's literally just like a fighting Irishman. It's just an angry Irishman with his fist up. That's what it's portraying. That's and it's just weird because you don't see that. You don't see. I guess you see it with you see it with Native Americans still. I guess you could say, or warriors, savages. I don't know, savages. Is that even like kosher anymore to have that be a thing? Is that considered a slur now? Was it there's like what other ones? There's like warriors, Indians. There were R skins, R dash skins. What else? There was oh God, what was that? I just had it. Oh, the Indians. Just the Indians. And I think savages. I think that's about it, right? I don't know. But hope you guys had a good St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. This podcast is all over the goddamn place. It's mostly because my voice sounds like this. I sound like I've been smoking cigarettes all goddamn day. But oh God. So you guys want to hear something? Oh, I'll tell you that this podcast really is all over the fucking place. I apologize, guys. As you can tell, my voice is starting to go. So, yeah, but this guy right here. So this guy's, he's Lampada. He's basically the George Washington of Honduras. He led like a bunch of different tribes together, and we fought off the conquistadors, and then he ended up getting shot and eaten. It was crazy. But like, yeah, he's on the $1 bill of the Honduran money. Our money's named after him. He's a huge staple of Honduras. And I absolutely love this shirt because I think it's hilarious. It's just a big fucking face of an Indian guy. And if you didn't know me, and you didn't know that like I'm from Honduras, you'd be like, why does that guy have a huge Indian on his shirt? Why does that guy? But he's like my great grandpa. Like he's like, without him, there'd be so many Hondurans that would never exist. But yeah, I guess that was a perfect little tie-in with those two little things. But a little conversation I overheard the other day. I overheard a girl saying that, like, yeah, when I pick my nose, she's like, yeah, I just eat my boogers. This was a grown woman. This woman had to be at least, 27, 30, between that age, someone who clearly pays their bills, has a mortgage probably, has a car payment. It was like, yeah, like, well, like, what do you want me to do? Like, if I pick my nose and there's a booger, like, what do you want me to do? Wipe it on the chair? That's gross. Do you want me to wipe it on my shirt? That's even grosser. I'll just eat it. Like, there's nothing else to do. It's like, how about you just go to the bathroom, go into a stall, blow your nose, then wash your hands after. No one knows. No one will know. No one cares. It's because no one sees it. That's the thing. What is so gross? I never once did I ever picked my nose, even as a kid. And I was like, I should probably put this in my mouth. I should probably put whatever I just ate. I should probably put it in my mouth. And, it's like one of the, there's a lot of things in my life. Like on Instagram, like I see a lot of like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Instagram right now with like, you can't use you can't like use the word anal because it will block it. It will block it and like it won't, you can't, it'll deplenish your abilities for people to see it. And like, but yet you can like see these beheading videos and then, and like, that's absolutely fine. It was so funny. I just fucking just completely lost my thought. I'm just like, my voice is going, it's going to go. And I keep looking at that goddamn battery and I'm like, it's at half. It's been sitting there at half for 13 minutes. Cause I'm just like, it was full. It was completely full for the longest time. But yeah, I never once as a kid, as anything to ever like pick my nose and then to eat my boogers. I never at all. And I was always, I think I had a PE teacher who would always be like, get as close to the wall as possible without touching because you don't want boogers to get on your shirt. And then she'd be like, if you get boogers, don't eat them. She made a big deal. She would shame someone. If she saw a kid eating their boogers, or she would be like, the other day I saw such and such, and guess what he was doing? He was eating a booger. And we were like, ew. Maybe that's why I've never once thought about eating a booger of mine. Never once. So the fact that like someone fucking picks their nose and eats their booger. Don't get me wrong. Pick your nose. Everyone should pick their nose. Everyone should pick their nose. It's a God-given right. We have nostrils. Pick them, damn it. Pick your nose, rub it inside your ear. Do what you need to do. Get the job done. Be comfortable. Either. But you should do those things alone. And you should wash your hands after it because it's gross. Or if you have a dog, let your dog lick your fingers. Do you ever, you have a scratchy ear? Scratch your ear, then you have some earwax and let your dog eat your earwax? I've never done that. Please don't think I've ever let a dog do that. That's gross as hell. That's so fucking gross. Even though dogs eat their own shit, I would be like, I would never do that to a dog ever. But no, she was just like, yeah, I just don't know what to do with them. I mean, I guess I'll just eat it. And there's nothing in this world that makes me gag more than boogers. That was all real. Like I can't stress on you how gross I think it is. Like it's pretty gross to even pick my nose. Like I'm really gagging. Oh my god, it is awful. Like just thinking about it, just think about how when your mouth. Think about it. Think about. See, I can't even say it because I see all these other things. I see beheading videos, and that does nothing to me. That does nothing to me at all. But me talking about like eating a booger, I want to die. It's so gross. It's so gross. It's okay. Well, we're gonna have to move on because I can't do it. I can't do it. So, guys, this week we're not gonna do I don't know. I might have a video at the beginning of this. I might not. I don't know. I'm so tired of getting copyright strikes or like getting like limitations of the ability of being able to do any sort of thing on my video because the fact like it has a video on it. It's so funny. Like I've gotten copyright strikes on things that like I didn't even like. I'm like, this was just a clip. I could easily have just deleted this off of the video and uploaded it again. And they were like, no. I almost the most recent one I just got taken down. It got taken fully down. I almost want to just take that clip out and re-upload that video because it's just like it's so stupid. I'm like, I can't even believe those people found my video. That's the funny thing, is, yeah, I found this video of these two guys and they're driving a car. This is all alleged, just in case. This is in case if they are watching this video. This is all alleged. I don't even know if there is two guys. It could be two girls. Actually, I don't even know what their pronouns are because I don't know them personally. So I haven't been able to ask them. So I don't know. It was two peoples. It was two peoples, and I thought it was just one person because the person, the alleged person in the car, it looked like a fake person. It looked like a mannequin. I'm not gonna lie to you, but there was a car. Again, this is all alleged. There was a car, and there was a bunch of cement, probably maybe 20 pounds worth of cement on the back of the car. But before you even get to that part, there was a bazooka that was cemented into the back of that car. But it was just a normal, think of like a, what would you call it? A Malibu. Think about a Malibu and then just cutting half the top off and instead of if that the roof, you just cut half the roof and you go like that. So just, and you take that part off and you just put a bazooka on it. Well, how what it was, and the video got taken down because I fucking showed. I was just I thought this was funny, and I'm like, there's no way, and it really was. And I found their YouTube channel, and it's just two dudes that travel around and they shoot this bazooka. I don't know, but when they travel, they have to cover it. They have to cover it up because I'm sure if a cop saw a car driving that thing with a bazooka on it, I'm sure they would pull him over and arrest him. It's just, but yet that's okay. That is okay. And I just make a video. Video's fine. Has really nothing to do with anything that involves that video other than the fact I just show it. And I didn't make a joke. And again, this is an alleged video. I don't even know. This video might not even exist. I don't know. I can't find it because I do not have it. And, it might be two guys with a bazooka traveling to Death Valley or some shit. I don't know. Why am I talking about this? This is stupid as shit. This podcast is stupid as shit. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I think we learned nothing from COVID. We learned nothing. We learned nothing as humans. We're dumb. We're dumber than shit. We really are. Especially the male species. We're just dumb as hell. We're just dumb as hell. We're just walking around, just kind of, basically we're just stumbling, really, to tell you the truth. And then we just kind of wander into things. And that's just how it is. So, well, what else do I have? Losing my voice. Oh, the mothership is coming. I already talked about that. Boogers, gross. I put down, I wish people would stop posting from, like, it's okay to post pictures from like you're working out, but it's weird that you post pictures that you're working out at Planet Fitness. It's like the equivalent of like just going into the bathroom of a Walmart and taking a selfie. It's the exact same thing. There's no difference. It's the exact same. When you see a gym selfie, at least if I see one, I want to see a nice gym in the background. I don't want to see a Planet Fitness. When I see, a selfie of normal, I want to be nice. I don't want it to be in the bathroom of a Walmart. So that's the thing. Like, just like stop. It's so weird. I would never want. And I don't know. I get $10, but it's your health. So I've never understood why you wouldn't want to spend more than $10. You don't, like, you spend a lot more on a lot dumber of things. Yet you don't want to spend money on a gym membership. It's almost like you want to have a gym membership, but you know you're not going to go. So you're like, I don't want to have this massive expense in my life. But then if you have this expense in your life, why don't you just work out? I don't know. It's just what I've never understood. And people are like, I don't like being around people I don't like being around so many people all the time. It's like, well, go to a big gym. That's just why you go to a big gym. You pay a little extra money and you don't have to be around people all the damn time. You can literally lock yourself into a room. Not really lock yourself in a room, but you can pretty much find a corner of the place and just chill. That's what I do all the time. Man, this voice is rough. My voice is rough. Rough. Oh, I read this thing today. The Mexican president. I should probably look more into this because it was the Mexican president said the reason why America has such a fentanyl problem is because we don't hug, which is true. We don't hug much as Americans because it's weird. Well, at least I don't, because I think it's weird. I don't want to hug a lot of people. I don't like touching. I don't like it. And I'm like, no, like, I wish we could get away. I wish we could stop shaking hands. If we could bow, oh my God, how, I don't know who introduced this to whoever in the Asian culture. I would love to buy you a beer, but I'm not going to buy you a beer because Asian people can't digest alcohol. Google it. It is true. But if I can meet the guy who introduced the idea of bowing instead of shaking hands in the Asian culture, I would be like, I would bow to him. I wouldn't even shake his hand. I'd bow to him because I'm like, that is so smart. Because I'm sure he was just like me. He's like, I hate touching hands. Why are we always touching hands? We do so much shit with our hands. Our hands are always dirty. Hands. Fucking voice. Why don't we just bow? So much more better. So much more kosher. Just way better overall. And the thing is, the more respect you have for someone, the deeper the bow. And the fact that, like, you can completely disregard somebody if they don't bow in the correct way is another awesome thing about that culture. Oh, I've talked about this so many times that I truly believe that the Asian culture is 2 to 4 steps ahead of every other culture because of the bowing and the fact you guys can't digest alcohol, which dilutes so much time wasted on things because you guys can't get drunk really. Well, you guys can, but it makes you sick. Well, it makes everyone sick, but it's even weirder. Like, hold on, before I start, I really should Google. I'm positive. I heard that from an Asian person because that's the reason why they drink Heineken, because it has the most water base to it. I believe that's because so it doesn't have much alcohol in it. Let's see this. Why can't Asians drink alcohol? The Asian flush, best known for creating a lobster red face and neck when people drink alcohol, when the also results in a heightened heart rate, headache, and nausea. Okay. Yeah. Well, the thing too is, like, Asian people don't smell when they sweat because they don't have the thing that makes sweat smell. Like, I don't know. See, like, everything, dude. The culture's crazy cool, and they make great movies. and the food. It's like just start naming all like the weirdest, like the most stereotypical thing, and sushi, and kung fu, ninjas, samurais, everything. Like, it's like just like just an absolute dipshit. Like, it's so funny though. It's like I'm like in my mind, I'm like, John, you're talking about Asian culture. You're talking about a culture that you're not of, and you should tread carefully. Like, right? I haven't said anything that wasn't negative at all. Asian people, they don't smell when they sweat. They can't drink alcohol. They're really good at basically everything. They're fucking incredibly dedicated and incredibly structured as a culture. I used to nanny for a Korean family, and it was awesome. It was just, and so blunt and so forward with everything. It was just such a good time. And I was always like $4 or $5 off on like my math on my thing. And things like I used a website too. That's what made me feel so dumb, was that I would put my hours, I would clock my hours into this website, and it would generate a your gross income. And then like I would just take that and then I would print it off and I would show, and like it would always be like $5 short or something like that. And I'm like, no, this doesn't work like that, lady. Yeah, they were always like, John, you're so fucking stupid. They would say it without saying it, and it was great. It was awesome. But they trusted me with their kids. It was such a hilarious thing. Such an hilarious thing. But yeah, crazy, right? The things you learn here, they're not useful, but they are still nice to know. But yeah, the Mexican president said that, yeah, America has a huge fentanyl problem because of the fact that we don't hug. Not regarding, or not thinking about how the fact that like they cut everything with fentanyl now instead of like baking soda or creatine like they used to, because this is even cheaper. So, it just is what it is, right? Like, it's just so funny. And thing is, like, I don't know why he's talking. He doesn't run that country. The cartel does. Like, when that cartel, those people kidnapped those Americans and killed 2 of them, I believe. And then the cartel gave over the 5 that killed those 2 people, or like that kidnapped like the 4, and then like 2 of the 4 survived or something like that. So, woof. It was just, it's just an insane thing. And this world is insane. My voice sounds gross. It just sounds like all I do is just smoke cigs now, which is cool. Like I'm not going to lie to you. If my voice just started sounding like this, if I could just get a little deeper here on Yellowstone, previously on Yellowstone. Here we are on Riverstone. Wait, Riverstone? No, Yellowstone. You took my wife. You killed my dad. Where are we doing? We got 45 seconds left. I got 45 seconds left, and the battery is blinking on red. We made it, guys. And this battery down here is still charging. What is going on? This world is crazy. If you got this far, thank you so much. This podcast was stupid. This was a podcast that did not need to be made. If you made through this, you are better than I. Because even my voice was like, John, we don't have to talk. We don't have to talk. And this whole week I've been talking less because of my voice. And, I thought it would help, but it doesn't. This is where we're at, guys. I hope you guys are well. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Gargle salt water to make your voice better. That was the end of the podcast. I'll talk to you guys on next episode. Until next time, bye on Yellowstone. Adios.